Good morning, friends. I hope your day and your week are both off to a wonderful start so far. I wanted to share my little morning skincare routine with you this morning. So I always start with this tea tree face wash, which I actually get from Trader Joe's. Then I switch over to a facial toner just to get any, remaining little pieces of dirt that are still on my face to make sure it's nice and prepped for my vitamin C serum. And lastly, I finish off with some SPF. I recommend at least 30, but I use a 40. And then finally, some moisturizer. And of course, I start my mornings off greeting Miss Doodle. She deserves all of the cuddles and belly rubs. Then I decided to do a little stretching to help wake my body up and loosen things up a bit. Plus, I'm about to head out for a run, so stretching is a nice little warm up and perfect way to start my day. It is a little after 6 right now. I need to head to Sam's in a couple of minutes because we're doing our Wednesday morning run this morning. I have a lot to do today to be super productive. So we're doing a productive day in my life, which is one of my favorite vlogs to share with you guys and just show you like how I'm being productive, how I think about prioritizing my tasks and things like that. Hopefully motivating you to also get a lot done. Some things I have on my kind of to-do list today is tonight we have book club. So I'm super excited for that because obviously book club is so much fun. Get to hang out with the girls, chat about books and our most recent read, which actually I think it's downstairs, so I can talk to you about it a little bit later. But I have that tonight, so I need to like do a grocery run for that, kind of clean up around the house a little bit for that. That's not till 7. And then I also have an appointment with an accountant today, so that will be good as well. Just nice to like kind of get my business life together a little bit. I want to work on forming an LLC actually with them, so that'll be super nice to like have that all squared away and then just kind of like get some of my business related finances in check. And then besides that, I need to just like of course be editing, tidy up around here and some of the usual things. So going for a run with Sam in just a minute. I have talked about this in my Healthy Girl Diaries, my 10-week cut series, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check that out. But on Wednesdays I've been doing an outdoor longer kind of run with Sam. It's also like literally already 81 degrees outside. Look at that. The high today, let's see what the high is. My phone says that the high is only 102. Only. That's why we have to run at 6 a.m. So yeah, I'm about to head over to Sam's. Gonna go for a run, and when we get back we'll kind of go from there. I hope you guys enjoy this productive day in my life. I hope it motivates you to also get some things done that you've maybe been putting off today. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get going on my day.
How I tried, written down the words to say. It is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel.
That run was really freaking hard. Struggle bus this morning. I need to put some makeup on. I need to make my coffee. I haven't had coffee yet. And get started on my day. Run was tough. Running is hard, but I like how it makes me feel afterwards. So I'm proud of myself for getting it done. Still ran like a sub 10-minute mile, so I'm proud of myself for that. And yeah, it's just been nice to like get back into kind of running shape. So anyways, need to get going on my day though.
So cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. And all the things that you do. Sounds like a fool 'cause when you touch my hair, no it goes away. What I am trying to do is say I love you. You don't know how I shiver inside. Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not.
You guys, I'm not gonna lie, I just spent the last like hour looking at Prime Day deals. It's Prime Day right now, second day of Prime Day. I actually did buy a couple things, so I'll link them below if you're like curious to buy what I bought. I got like a couple things for my trip to Cabo, some running shorts, a couple books because they were only like $6 on Prime Day. And then I also got a gimbal for the camera, which is gonna be hopefully really nice for like stabilization. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when I'm holding the camera, like it can be really shaky, and just like the auto stabilizer on the camera is like not the best. So the gimbal should help a lot with that. So I'm really excited for that. Now that I am actually like sitting down and gonna do some work for a little bit, I am just gonna quickly take a peek at my Notion page. So I mentioned this in my work from home with me vlog that every week I kind of like set up my Notion page and just kind of get like a grasp on like what I need to get done for the week. So I haven't really been checking things off, but I did a lot of things this week. It's been kind of a productive few days for me. I finally made a doctor's appointment. I've been meaning to do this for months. I just need to get some of my like yearly check-in womanly things done, and finally have an appointment for that, so that's gonna be in like a couple weeks. But so I got a bunch of stuff done on Monday. I finished my book club book. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later today. Yesterday got my nails done. Look at these babies, they're just purple. Purple is fun for summer. You need to prep some lemonade stuff. I'm gonna edit here in a couple of minutes. I ran 3.5 miles this morning with Sam. We have book club tonight. I have my accountant later, and I need to grab a couple things for book club from the grocery store, and then I just need to like clean up downstairs a bit. I've been working on like reaching out to brands for like some brand partnerships, you know, trying to make YouTube my full-time gig, and brand sponsorships is a really big part of that. So I've been working on reaching out to brands more, and I know that that like just takes a lot of like time and energy, effort, and like gonna try make a goal to reach out to at least 3 brands today. And yeah, but that's kind of my to-do list today, and I really need to get editing because my full day of eating video is supposed to go live on Friday. All right, you guys, just spent the last hour, 2 hours editing. It's almost done now, so amazing how much you can accomplish in 2 hours of pure focus. But it is, like I said, about 11:30. I need to make lunch, and then I'm heading to the accountant at like 1:15. So I'm gonna hang out with Doodle outside for a little bit. She needs a little exercise, and since it's so hot here right now, it's starting to get in like triple digits. I don't feel super comfortable like leaving Doodle outside by herself. I also try and keep it super short, but obviously she needs to go to the bathroom in the middle of the day sometimes. So I'm gonna go outside with her for a little bit and make lunch, and then I also need to work on some like Lemonade stuff. I know I have mentioned this so many times, but I've been using Lemonade so much lately and have really been like building a community over there. I have over like 600 followers on there now, which is super cool. So yeah, I need to kind of get some posts ready for that. And yeah, then I'm gonna head to the accountant, and then after the accountant, you can do the grocery store and get ready for book club tonight. You guys, when my gimbal comes on Saturday, think of how much more stable this shot will be versus what you're seeing right now. But I was just gonna say, one thing that like I truly do not enjoy about being a content creator, like this is like the one negative in my mind, which is that it forces me to spend a lot more time on my phone than I like to because you have to be like creating content, putting stuff out, and just all the time. I'm spending time editing photos on my phone and then use those photos for my YouTube thumbnails or whatever. And yeah, so I just like end up spending a lot more time on my phone than I would like to. But anyways, it is like 12:45. I need to change because I'm in my comfies, and I don't really know, like I've never had an accountant before, and I'm like, do I need to like dress nice for my accountant? I mean, technically I'm paying them, so who cares how I look? But anyways, so I'm gonna change, tidy up my hair a bit, and then get headed out to the accountant. This is somebody that a friend of mine actually referred to me, so it's nice that I hopefully will like them. Like I said before, I think I'm gonna have them help me get an LLC set up for like YouTube and some of the other things that I'm working on. Anyways, so yeah, I'm excited to finally have an accountant actually. Doing like big girl things today, you guys. It's very exciting. All right, all done with the accountant. Honestly, I just feel so much better about everything that is going on with like my business, and have some clarity on next steps and what I need to do in order to take my business to the next level. So I'm very happy that I did that. So yeah, I'm done with that. I need to go stop by the grocery store now really quick. So heading home and heading to the grocery store. Here are the flowers I got, and I just got a couple things for book club. Flowers are super pretty. All right, back from the accountant from Trader Joe's and just kind of like wrapping some stuff up on my computer. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a quick 411 on everything that I talked about with the accountant today, in case anyone's curious and like thinking about starting a business, an LLC. So basically what he said was, it doesn't really make sense to set up your business from YouTube and any of the other kind of like associated sources of income until you're making at least like 30 grand was kind of the threshold that he gave me. And the reason for that is just because setting up an LLC, at least in the state of Nevada, it might be more affordable in other states for sure. So that's something I would just look into depending on where you live. But in the state of Nevada, it would have costed me about like $750, including their, you know, accounting fees and all of that. So it is a little bit expensive, and then there's other things associated with it, like getting like business insurance and all of these other things. And he was like, honestly, altogether, you're probably gonna spend close to like $3,000 to get everything set up. And depending on how much you're making, I mean, I just showed you guys how much my first YouTube paycheck was 2 videos ago. So obviously, like spending like $3,000 to get it all set up is a lot of money when I'm not necessarily like quite there yet, but it definitely would be something I would want to do in the future if my channel does start to like gain a lot more momentum, start bringing in a couple $1,000s a month, if that makes sense. But his one like main piece of advice, and if there's any other YouTubers out there or anybody else that like has a very small business, this is the one thing he was like, definitely set this up now and it will just make everything easier in the future, which is to set up like a separate bank account for your business income and business expenses. So even if you're doing like, I don't know, something completely different and unrelated, come tax season, it's gonna be a lot easier to figure out how much you actually made from your business if it's not like commingled with your personal bank account, if that makes sense. So he was like, you can set up a business bank account, you can set up a separate like checking account through your existing bank and like funnel everything through there, so that way when you do need to file taxes in 2024, we're not like scrambling trying to figure out exactly how much I made, what my expenses were, and things like that. So with all of that being said, my plan right now is to set up a second bank account, and he was saying that it's super easy, at least for them, to switch it over when that time comes, and it's not going to be super complicated. And that was kind of my fear, was like, is it going to be super hard to go from being like a sole proprietor to an LLC? And it sounds like it's not, but I am grateful that I set up the appointment with the accountant. It just like gives me peace of mind, honestly, that I'm not doing anything wrong. All of that being said, it is like 4 o'clock now and book club is at 7, so I do need to do a little tidying up around the house downstairs where we're going to be doing book club and eat dinner. That's kind of the rest of today and the rest of my plan. Hopefully you're enjoying this productive day in my life, productive vlog. And I guess one kind of like productivity tip, I guess, is I always kind of put off things like this, like going to the accountant, making a doctor's appointment, and I just feel better, feel more productive, feel like I have cleared out space in my mind when I just like check these things off my list. So if you're putting off things like calling an accountant, calling a doctor, whatever, just get it done, and that will help you make sure that nothing is wrong and everything is going fine. All right, got the living room tidied up a bit. Have my manual labor helping move some extra chairs out. And tidied up the kitchen a bit. Still need to finish that up, but I'm gonna get set up for book club now. It's like almost 6 o'clock and these girls are always early, so I need to be ready by like 6:45. Okay, before I forget, I wanted to give you guys my feedback and updates on the 2 books that I read most recently, which was this one. This one is our book club book, so that means we're gonna like talk about it tonight, share all of our thoughts. It was very much a love story. It was kind of like they were college sweethearts type of thing. They fell out of love or something happened, and then 15 years later, they like kind of like cross paths again and try to like get back in touch. And it's that whole story and like uncovering like what actually happened, what actually went wrong when they kind of fell apart right after college. It was a really good book. It was a super quick, easy read, around 300 pages. So it's definitely a quicker read, very like fast paced. And yeah, overall, I thought it was a really good book. I'm giving it 4 stars. I know a few of the girls in book club wanted to give it 5 stars. So definitely a good one. And the other book I wanted to talk about is Happy Place, which I've been seeing all over like TikTok, Instagram, Lemonade, YouTube. Like everyone I feel like is reading this book right now because it's Emily Henry's newest release. I think she released it earlier this year and I liked it. I will say it was very much like a slow burn. If you like Emily Henry's writing, I would say it's like very on brand with her. The only other book of hers I've read is People Will Meet on Vacation, and I did really like that one as well. Actually maybe liked that one a little bit better, but overall I just think like this one's kind of almost more about growing up and growing apart and like how you manage like changes in your relationships when that like inevitably happens. And so I thought it was a really good story. Like overall, really liked the message. Emily Henry's writing, if you're familiar, is like very descriptive, and I genuinely felt like I could visualize like the cottage that they were at, like the little town that they were in. So very descriptive, really like immersed me into the story, but it was very, very much like a slow burn. It took a while to get kind of to the point of the book, I would say. But I would say I give this one like 4.25, just because I really enjoy like her writing. I feel like it's very descriptive and it really like immerses me into the story. But anyways, I have this pile of books now and I need to prep all the snacks for book club. People are probably gonna be here in like 30 or 45 minutes, so I need to kind of hustle. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy seeing a couple clips of book club, but that's pretty much it for my productive day in my life. So I'll put a few more clips getting ready for book club here at the end. I feel like we got a lot done today. I did a lot of cleaning, did a run this morning, checked off some things off my list by like seeing the accountant, and like I said before, that just like gives me peace of mind and reduces like stress and anxiety for me. So in my mind, like that's productive. And yeah, finishing the day off with some wine, some books, and my girlies. So I can't complain about that. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so you never miss another video from me. But that is it, you guys. Hope you enjoy watching a few more clips of book club, and I will catch up with you guys next time.
You're making me nervous. No, I've realized that I can't live without